Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's nice to see you guys again here today. And today I just wanted to be talking a little bit about the state of the gaming industry. And I know that this is like such a goddamn broad topic that I could just sit here for hours and talk about any video game that I wanted to. But it's just kind of my opinion, about what gaming has become these days. And people have different opinions about it, but I think we're all basically saying the same thing, and that's basically that the gaming industry isn't what it used to be. Okay, as you can see here, I'm playing a bit of COD, but to be honest with you, I can remember, maybe I'm just a sucker for nostalgia. I used to play, my very first console was sort of PlayStation 1, but through time, I've moved from console to console. I love the Game Boy, I love the PS1, I love the PS2, the GameCube, the Nintendo Wii. The Xbox 360 was like the big one for me that brought sort of online to me, and I remember the Xbox 360 days, as I'm sure sort of there is no shortage of people on YouTube that are going to tell you about how good the days of Xbox Live used to be. And for those of you that like PlayStation, there's that too. So obviously, we're not going to go on a nostalgia trip at the moment, but we're all familiar with those days. We all miss those days. But, it's important to not look back with rose-tinted glasses and to actually have some objectivity when talking about this sort of thing. Now, for a lot of people, I think that they're more than willing to shell out the money for these kinds of games. The new AAA games we're talking about right now. To be honest with you, I don't have any problem with AAA titles. I just feel like people don't anticipate AAA releases as much as they used to. I mean, a really prime example of this is Halo 3 launch day in 2007. I mean, that was crazy. I mean, people were lining up, they were camping outside shops, it was crazy, and everybody was talking about Halo 3 when that came out. But, Call of Duty will release a new franchise every year, and to be honest with you, you have to kind of wonder what's happened, like why is it that these games, they used to be considered, sort of the cream of the crop, and everybody wanted them, but now obviously we don't have that same thing happening. So what we've done is we've moved to this kind of this point in life where people just aren't as excited about video games anymore. Or at least that's what I've seen from my experience. Now, I have a kind of theory, and you're going to have to hold on for a little bit and just try and roll with me here. I think that it is a combination of maybe two factors, okay? The first one is obvious, and I'm sure we all know, it's all about money, right? Okay? Let's be real. Video game companies are businesses, okay? And the goal of a business is to make money. So if it means that the video game companies have to make more money out of their games, well, that's what a business is going to do. Businesses have to make money, and a good business will maximize its profits. Now, that isn't to say that video game developers don't care about the product that they're making. I mean, there are probably plenty of developers in these games that care greatly about the games that they're making. They probably put so much time and effort and soul into these titles that it isn't strictly the developer's fault. But to be honest with you, working in video games companies, we're seeing more and more of these games where it feels like they're focusing their efforts on battle passes, cosmetic items, and they're launching new updates to keep players in. But, the prioritization of people making microtransactions is nothing new. That's the first part of the theory that I believe. The second part of the theory, and this is something that is maybe a little bit more personal, but it's probably something that we can all relate to, and that's the fact that I feel like video games don't really have much heart anymore. And what I mean by that is I feel like the video games don't make you feel the way that you used to, okay? Now, for a long time, I thought, oh, I'm just getting older, maybe I just don't relate or identify with video games anymore, but man, yesterday I finished my my endless playthrough of Mass Effect, right? And I don't know if you've played the Mass Effect trilogy series developed by BioWare. Great video game series if you haven't played it, but it made me realize that a lot of games today, a lot of game publishers, they're not focused on having heart in games anymore. You know, games that feel like they were made with love. And it honestly feels like we're actually seeing indie game studios doing this more than our major AAA titles. And when you can tell a video game is made with love and you make sure it's polished before it goes out, like we think about the old school Bungie devs on Halo 1, Halo 2, you know, they weren't happy shipping a product unless it was perfect. So with that being said, I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I'd love to hear some discussion around it. That's just my opinion on it, but I thought that might be a good one to talk about. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon, and it's been a pleasure. I will catch you on the next one. All right, okay, we'll see you soon.